Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Something in the Water, a thriller movie about a bachelorette party versus a shark. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So 5 girls go to a remote island to party, and one gets bit by a shark. The other pilots the boat and wrecks it, and they end up in the water, bleeding, and slowly, one by one, the shark picks them off. Who will survive? Yeah, you know, it's a shark movie with women. So, I guess. I mean, everything has to go wrong, of course. Oh, there's no phone signal, of course. They're at a remote island, of course. She wrecks the boat, of course. She's bleeding so bad. She has no first aid, of course. So it's just all these things. At least there'll be hot girls in it, I guess. So that's a plus if you want to see the hot girls get eaten by the shark. And of course, one of them can't swim. That's a factor in the movie. Yeah, I don't know. It does, they've done other movies with female protagonists versus the shark. There was that surfer movie where she gets trapped out, like on a rock, and the shark is circling her, and it's sort of her versus the shark. That one seemed kind of cool. That got some good buzz. This one just seems kind of generic. Kind of like Jaws, kind of like... First off, it seems like way too much blood, but, I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know what bit her here. I don't think the shark bit her here, maybe. And, they kind of do it to themselves with the boat. Which is dumb. I mean... it's kind of organic. Like, I could see people like, oh my God, we gotta get back to the other island. No. And then they wreck the boat. But they put a hole in the boat and wreck the motor. So it's kind of a double whammy. Then the boat sinks. I guess they have no ability to bail out the water and keep the boat afloat. But then they're going to fight the shark at the end. See, like, that's where it kind of doesn't seem like they're doing it right. It seems like the whole movie is just geared to getting a bunch of women in the water with blood coming out of them for various reasons. And I'm not a big water shark. I like Jaws. The original Jaws was good. I watched that. Most of the other water movies I don't like to watch. Just not my thing. It makes me uncomfortable to watch people drown and stuff. I'm not like a big scaredy cat where it comes to the water, although I lost my sea legs years ago. I don't know why. But this just seems sort of like by the numbers shark movie. They don't even mention this shark. I guess they don't mention it in the title, Something in the Water. Well, how about Shark in the Water? I think they should have, I don't know. It just seems there's nothing new here really, other than it's all women. And then it kind of undermines it because you're kind of watching it going, you guys should have known more. You guys should have had a better plan. That's the way I watch movies. Like, if the characters are doing stupid things or do stuff to themselves that get them in that situation, it's hard for me to get behind them. Not in real life, but as characters, because then I feel like, you're too stupid to live. Maybe the shark should eat you, and I could watch a different character on this screen. So first act, they're getting together. for a bachelorette party. For some reason, this girl has lots of anxiety. So she's the protagonist. She's the one that's going to survive the shark, I assume. They're in a tropical paradise. They go to this faraway island, and then one of the girls gets bit. They try to get a signal. It doesn't work. They take the boat back. They wreck it. By this time, after the woman gets bit, we're in the second act. So it's a race against time. Wreck the boat, sink the boat, trapped in the water. One by one, they start getting eaten. There's another scene where a yacht goes by them. They're screaming, "Hey, help us, help us, help us, help us." Also seems unrealistic, you know. They keep getting hurt or hurting themselves. The shark eats them one by one. I assume the girl with anxiety lives at the end. Maybe she kills the shark somehow. Here by now they lost their bloody friend. The friend that, oh no, wait, there she is. There she is. I thought they lost her already. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just seems like there's not much here. There's not much here that excites me about this. Maybe if they had, I don't know, uncovered something on the island that would have foreshadowed the shark, like some kind of ancient tribal thing, like, oh, you shouldn't have touched the sacred island. Now our shark god is going to eat you, like something like that. That could have been interesting, something a little different. But okay, so we're doing this. Here's the write-up. Follows a group of girlfriends who must fight for their lives in open water after a dream wedding transformed into a nightmare. Not really. That's not really accurate. It's not the wedding. It's a bachelorette party, I'd say. I'd call this a bachelorette party. They should have called it the bachelorette party from hell. So, yeah, I just don't, I'm just not liking it. Yeah. Even though the girls are hot, it's just kind of, meh, kind of by the numbers. You know, it looks well made. I mean, the acting, it's okay, a lot of screaming. I just don't like the setup. I just don't like that they wreck their own boat. That kind of just annoys the F out of me. I'm like, God dang it. You wrecked your own boat. You wrecked the boat so bad it sinks. You know how hard it is to do that? You know how hard it is to wreck the boat, the motor, and to put a big enough hole in it that you wreck it? And they're on vacation, a bachelorette party thing. You'd think they would have had a pilot, like, you know, like a boat guy. Oh, I'll take you to the island and take you back. Like somebody would know what they're doing. Like, why do the women run the boat? You know? Does the one woman who runs the boat live there? Either way you slice it, it's a bad idea, right? Either she lives there and should have known where all the rocks were and avoided them, or there should have been a guy running the boat, and I don't know, maybe they steal the boat. Maybe if you throw that in, I could buy it. You know, they shouldn't have stole the boat. They're in over their heads. But after they get off the boat, then it's kind of boring, right? Once they're in the water, like, how are they going to, you know, how are you going to make this a thing in the water? It's just the water. They get on rocks in one scene. A yacht passes them by. Like, there's only so much you can do floating in the water. Yeah, I guess that's why I don't like it. It doesn't feel like a thriller. It just feels like too much setup. Like, maybe if they stayed on the boat. Like, if they stayed on the boat for most of the second act and it sinks in the climactic third act because, you know, they're battling the shark and the shark finally, like, hits the boat and ruins their repairs. And now there's a huge, huge, huge hole in the boat. Maybe that. Yeah, I could have bought that. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. It's called Something in the Water. No date on when this drops. Feels like a spring movie, March, April, something like that. I don't know if it'll make it to theaters. Anyhow, that's it. We'll see you in the next one.